Congratulations, Saad. You have just cleared PMP with overall above target. So this is the massive achievement. The maximum that anyone
Thank
can
you.
get as an overall PMP score is basically over above target. The basically the reason of giving PMP is not to get above below target, it's to pass the exam. But it is always
Exactly.
happy to see that where we fall, are we above or below the target. So that's great. So
Yeah.
can you share us basically your journey? How did you prepare your PMP journey along the way?
Okay. First of all, thank you so much. Basically, my journey started almost quite a while ago.
Hmm?
And basically, my mentor who helped me achieve the 35 PDUs was Mr. Uh,
Joseph
Farooq.
Phillips? Farooq, late
Mr.
Farooq.
Farooq, the late Mr. Farooq, who
Okay,
passed
okay,
away, who
okay,
survived Corona.
okay.
So I want to especially dedicate this success to him.
Hmm?
I slacked off in between. I was not preparing, but finally I got this opportunity in terms of making myself ready, and I realized that this is the time. The PMP exam is going to change,
Hmm?
so it's never a better time to do it. So
Hmm?
by hook or crook, I had to do it, and my senior, Mr. Muhammad Ali Umar, he helped me a lot.
Okay,
So basically I just started less than 3 or 4 weeks ago with when I booked the exam and I said I have to do it.
okay.
So after that, I prepared myself through different media, and Alhamdulillah, today I was able to achieve the target.
Good, good, good. So you have been working along the way. So basically, how many mocks you did actually?
Right. So I did about 5 full mocks,
Hmm?
but I was taking PMP Prepcast and
Hmm?
I was doing other quizzes in between.
Okay,
And this is something that I would like to mention for the PMP aspirants, that it is very important to give the quizzes. This is because it prepares you for the real exam in terms of situational questions. Because
okay,
otherwise, if you just go to the PM block, it will only confuse you maybe. And on top of it, the most important thing I think is to understand the flow of processes, and the flow of 49 processes, especially your videos and other videos that I watched, that helped me a lot.
okay, good, good. So that is a good thing. Along the way, then when you were preparing for the exam, always every person has a doubt. So when you were getting doubts that am I ready or not ready, how you were basically overcoming those?
Uh, yes, these doubts were always there. That's why I never planned to give the exam. But I found myself to compel myself by just booking the date.
Okay,
And once you are tired and you are time bound, then you have to do it one way or the
okay,
other.
okay,
So I mean, even the last one week, I was not the perfect that I wanted before the exam, but
okay,
I managed it somehow.
good,
So
good.
I think this is the only strategy, especially now because the exam is going to change.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
whoever give it just has to book the date.
I recommend it. Actually, I recommended that you book your date because there is a possibility that you will not have date available after few days. So
It actually
I'll
happened to me. I was looking to book for Saturday, which is tomorrow. But by the time I came to select the date, and I saw that it was already booked,
okay,
so that's why instead of delaying it further, I booked it a day earlier.
okay,
So and also on this point, I would like to mention that center-based exam, my experience was flawless. I'm here in Islamabad. I went to NCVMS Center in Blue Area, and it was flawless and it was headache-free. So I would
hmm,
recommend. I mean, the lockdown is probably upon us, God forbids. But if you are able to book a center-based exam, then you should
hmm.
go for it.
Yeah, yeah. I totally go with the center-based exam since you don't have that technical issues. There is no worry. So I'm always in for
Exactly.
center-based. But I would have to say that people living in Pakistan and living abroad will be watching this video will not been so much lucky in this term because In Saudi, in UAE, most of the centers are closed. And in Pakistan, as the
Yeah.
lockdown is progressing more and more, I highly doubt that there will be a center there to give exam. However, let's talk about
Yes.
exam. We are getting this
Yeah.
criteria: 50 to 80 questions from change request, like 30
Yeah.
to 40 questions from communication plan and stakeholder plan, very one or two questions from formula, uh, 4 to 5 questions I can say, but the questions are one or two maybe formula, otherwise asking above the budget or not. They're like you don't have to calculate anything. Then one or two critical path questions along the way. So was your format was the same?
I would say pretty much the same, but the change request question, if as long as I can recall, were not more than 50, maybe
Okay.
maximum 50. But the thing I want to mention, especially, is that if you're looking for something close to the mock exam, it will not be the same. I mean, some questions were pretty straightforward. If you know them, you know them. If you are mitigating the risk, if you are transferring the risk, those kind of questions, you will know them. But the situational questions are not really easy to pick out the process areas, the knowledge area in which you are.
Okay.
So even the request questions, some of them were really confusing. They were not too long, but still they would mention the stakeholder, and you will have to find out if it is about stakeholder actually making a change request, or if you have to update the risk register. So I mean, it's not straightforward. So that's why I feel the change request, particularly the change request question, were not more than 50.
Okay. Okay.
Apart from that, the risk, quality, and communication stakeholder, they were the main focus, no
Okay.
doubt about that.
Okay.
In terms of the formula questions, you're right. I think I hardly needed to use the calculator,
Mhm.
and value question were not more than 8 or 10 uh,
Okay.
formula questions.
So you had the Prepcast 8 test version. You did all 8 tests.
No, I actually did four full test and one eto test,
Okay.
and then I was doing a lot of quizzes in between. Daily I would do some, I would study some area. And I mean, I started off with the full mock exam. From that, I was able to understand what is required of me and how my knowledge of this process flow is refined or not. And then when I was referring to the PMBOK sections mentioned in the references that Prepcast was giving, my concepts were getting clarified.
Okay.
So that my starting point, and then I would pick up the particular chapter in the PMBOK and then study it,
Okay.
give
I
some
really
exam, then go back, learn, unlearn.
I really
So that was,
like your strategy that you basically identify the gaps in your knowledge and you started filling those gaps. So, for all the aspirants, I believe this is one of the most effective technique that you can utilize. And to all aspirants who will be watching this, I would like to add something here about situational question. I have been working for a long time how to basically crack this situational question. So we have worked it, and yesterday we had a coaching call, so you guys can watch on YouTube how to clear situation question. Currently, it's in Urdu, Hindi, because we did coaching call with aspirants who were from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh. But I will be doing very soon coaching call with all the people. Maybe open coaching call where I will be telling how to solve the situation question. Since as you were saying, you got 80% questions were situational, almost.
yeah, almost 80%, 70 to 80% were situational questions. And the tricky thing was that they were not too long. You will have to identify what area is it. It is very difficult actually, and you have to understand the situation. And also the the options. Two of them will always be very close to each other.
That's true.
It's
That's
hard
true.
to pick between the two.
That's true. So anything else you would like to add to PMP aspirants?
Well, I would say again, I will repeat the same thing, that flow of processes. I mean, if you are not able to understand that, then you have to figure out a way. And for me, the important help came from your videos about the 49 processes. I also watched the Ricardo Vargas video. That was very helpful. and deliverable journey, control quality. I mean, these are the basics. And if you know work, the data flow, how it flows through the processes, that is very important to understand. And also within the change request also, I mean, it's not always if you get a change request question, the option to select is do change request immediately. I mean, sometimes you have to analyze the situation, if it is qualifying for the change request, or you have to adopt another strategy, or you have to see the risk. So don't fall for this. I mean, I heard this a lot, that you can maybe just close your eyes and go for the change request option. That's not like that.
Thank you, thank you. That was really helpful. So thank you very much, and we basically pray for you that the whatever you have learned in the project management certification, you can implement it, and it all the hard work pays you off. Thank you very much, and best of luck for the
Thank you
future
so much.
endeavors.